This video is brought to you by Straight Goods News, Canada's alternative online news source. Visit Striaghtgoods.ca.
This is not some rogue response. They said, just go and do everything you can to obscure this issue. Go do everything you can to intimidate people, try and rough people up a little bit, and see if you can get away with it. It's ridiculous.
When you release your call, you said, do they go to Elections Canada or do they make public through us?
Well, we'll make as much public as we can. I mean, I'm waiting to see exactly what's being pulled together. But we want to get this done. We want to make amendments to the Elections Canada Act that require people to maintain records, and require people to have take responsibility for all the calls that they're making, to provide documented data for the scripts that they're using. If you think about it, we really don't have an up-to-date Elections Act. My leaflets in my riding have to be authorized by my official agent, and I have to approve those leaflets. I can't say anything I want in a leaflet and say, well, that's somebody else's leaflet, it's a relevant leaflet. I have to take full responsibility for my leaflet. We need to follow that through into the 21st century and say what you say on the internet, what you say on the phone, what you messages that you pass along, you have to take responsibility for. If I were to hand out a leaflet claiming it to be a leaflet of another party, and say this is a leaflet from the New Democratic Party or the Conservative Party, and somebody could show that I was responsible for that leaflet, that would be a horrific election offense. That would be a clear election offense. We have to understand how serious this pattern is. It's a horrible pattern, and people have to understand that they simply
This writing is a baseless smear. If I heard that right, the response that you got about part of the response was that it was a baseless smear. What you were saying about what happened in Cotler's riding.
What the speaker found was that what happened in Mr. Cotler's riding should not have happened, therefore it was reprehensible. So the speaker did not deny the facts that were presented to the House by Mr. Cotler, and they were completely accepted by the speaker as being a description of what in fact took place. For the government to now turn around and say, well, we have nothing to say about that, or at worst to say that it's some kind of a smear, just shows you, frankly, how low they've fallen, because they're not able to take responsibility for something which the speaker himself said shouldn't have happened.
Why did you wait until this point to raise the issue? I mean, I'm kind of surprised that you didn't raise it earlier, the issue of Mr. Cotler, the issue.
When you've got as much information and as much stuff coming on as we've had, you've got to choose. But I can assure you, we're going to be coming back. You're going to be hearing more information about other examples and other cases that perhaps people have not heard about. This issue is by no means closed. Thank you. Last one.
With Mr. Flaherty's wanting to tighten the rules on the condo market now, in his statement today.
Well, this is a guy who had 40-year money with no down payment. So, how are we supposed to take this entirely seriously? I'm not quite sure what he plans to do, but I think it's an area where you have to walk with great care. In terms of the impact that it can have on the market. Markets, I think, beginning to soften up a bit already. So he's going to have to walk very carefully down that line.